Good afternoon. It is Monday, November 13th, 2017. The year is flying by. My name is Pat Walker and I'm doing a couple of short videos here. I used to teach on the university level, and what I love to do is educate people. You just don't want to give stock ideas. You'd like to explain why things do what they do. And that's one of the things that's on my heart, is try to help you become better investors and better traders. You don't want to just give ideas, you want to explain why. I want to show you what we do at missionwinners.com. This is one of the things. This is a chart of stamps.com, and it was forming a nice little shelf. Every night, 5 nights a week, we produce a key list. It's a list of stocks that we key on for the next day. We saw a nice longer base here, taking out these tops, and it was on the key list. We said if it takes out these highs above 226, that it might be worth a buy if volume comes into it. The next day, it does. It took out those highs, and again, I'm going to go back. This is what we were looking on. That night, it was on the list. The next day, it opens, and it takes out these highs on a pickup in volume. Took out the high there, and we bought it, taking out 226, and we bought it right here, above 226, volume pickup. Clean and simple chart pattern, nothing fancy. The next day, came down to the 8-day and closed up a bit. So it's fine. We'll see what happens. Everything's okay. It's trending up the 8-day. One of the things I always strive to do in the room is this: keep people apprised of what's going on. Not just on the buy side, but on the sell side. This isn't quick trading. It's the idea of we're very stringent in our entries, and we're very stringent in our exits. We've been doing this long enough that we know what to look for. Lift it off, so we go down to the next day. The next day, the stock gaps up, runs up, and reverses down. And when it started falling through the 8-period moving average right in here, I sold the stock, and I told the people, as I was doing it, I'm taking stamps out. I'm taking it flat. By the way, look at the volume coming into it that day. The volume was already heavy in the morning. So when it started losing the 8-day, right in here, we sold it. And we took the loss. We lost. Was it a small loss? Yes. It was less than $1.25. Small losses. I'm very, very big on it. We took it flat. Now, let's proceed forward. By the way, we also knew that earnings were going to be coming out eventually. This is the next day. You could say, Patrick, it's just a quiet inside day. The next day, oh, it takes off those highs. It takes out the previous day's highs. But we're aware that earnings are coming. The closer you get to earnings, the greater the risk. That's this day here. The next day is just a quiet inside day above the 8-day. The next day it starts to pick up. It actually gaps up. But again, we know this. Earnings are coming. We have to be cautious. We're out of the stock here. We just let it work. And also, if you take a look at this right here, this isn't a chart pattern. There's really nothing there. It's got to be a clean and simple chart pattern. I always tell people this: a clean and simple entry is going to give you a clean and simple exit if you're wrong. Well, there was really nothing there. The next day, it gaps up just a hair and then drops on a pickup in volume. That's another red flag. If you didn't get out of it here, losing the lows of this day on volume, and it does this, and it starts to fall again on a pickup in volume, you're ignoring the signals. The charts talk to us every day. All we have to do is listen. It goes up on low volume, and it falls on a heavier volume than it went up on. That's another red flag. Boom. Earnings. If you combine knowing that this company has earnings coming out the next day and that it fell on a pickup in volume over these previous 4 days, you're not watching the system, you're not watching the charts closely. And again, the next day, as they say in the movies, that's going to leave a mark. That's ugly. And that's what we do at missionwinners.com, is keep people apprised of what's going on and acting and reacting accordingly. We never want to have a major hit. We never want major losses. We chip. Every once in a while we get some great winners, but we never want to have a problem. I wanted to share that with you, and again, it's one of the things we do is keep people alert to what's going on and what's coming in the future as far as earnings are concerned.